Good morning. Well, it's really rather a windy day, but it's supposed to stay dry, so I thought I'd have a go at doing these fences. So there's a few posts around the pond here to do, but most of them are in this area here. As you can see, they've all rotted off and snapped off at ground level. So what's been done in the past, as you can see with this one, is a new post has gone in next to the old post. I don't like that because not only does it look messy, they also seem to rot off quicker. I think because the rot's already in the ground, you put a new post next to it and it just sort of moves on to the new post. So I've been looking at the top rail here. This section of top rail is short, that section of top rail is longer, so I'm hoping if I take that off and swap the two pieces over, I can move the joining post over slightly, and then I can move these other posts over as well. So yeah, let's see how I get on. Right, so that's the rail back in place and that's nice and sturdy. It does bow out slightly, but to be honest, everyone's going to lean against it from this side, so it's going to push it that way, so that'll straighten out with time. So next thing to do is to remove these old posts and nail the wire onto the fence here. Now, I hope there isn't too many nails and it's going to be a pain with the plant there. So I'll set you up at the end here. Let's see how quickly I can get this done. So of course I positioned you looking directly at the sun, so I don't know how much of that you actually got to see, but wire is all clipped on now, old fence posts are all removed, so it still looks awful, but it's nice and stable, and it does the job that it's supposed to as a fence, so that is the important thing. So that's all of this side sorted, so now to look at the other side over there. So like the other side, this side has had various repairs over the years, so obviously this post is quite new, I replaced that only about a year ago. These ones here have had additional supports put in, and they're still fairly solid. Now I know all of these are leaning at an angle. I mean, this one here is really bad. You'd look at that and go, well, that needs to be replaced because it's leaning, but it's not broken. It's still solid. It's just where the bank and that's shifting, it's taking the posts with it. So obviously when I do replace them, like this one, I do try and put them in upright. Obviously it's not always easy when you hit roots and things. So I've gone along and I've checked them. Some of them, like this one, are a little bit loose, but that's not snapped off completely yet, so I'm limited for the amount of posts I've got. I'm also absolutely knackered, so I don't want to be replacing all of them today. I'm only doing the worst ones. Now obviously these ones here, they clearly are broken, so I'll go replace these two and give the rest of them a check in a bit. Okay, well that's these 2 posts replaced. So I've checked everything else is fine for now. So it's only taken me an hour and a half to do this repair, but to be honest with this wind, I am exhausted. It is tiring being out here, so I'm going to call it a day now. I've got no idea what the next job's going to be. There's loads of tasks to do, but to be honest, they're all little tasks that I'm not sure if it's worth recording, so I'll go and get on with something, and I shall see you in the next video. See you later.